So there's a superintendent of a school. He's under fire right now. Now, the superintendent of Northern California Christian School, oh, Lord. Oh, boy. When I heard that, I already know where this is about to go. Is apologizing after his decisions for allowing a chapel speaker to dress in blackface as part of the elementary school presentation spark outrage among parents and students. Now, Superintendent John Huffman, who heads Victory Christian School in Carmichael, has apologized for his poor judgment and insisted the presentation was in no way meant to be harmful or disrespectful. I ask for forgiveness for those who have been hurt by this. Let me tell you something. Would y'all stop pissing on black people's leg and telling them it's rain, okay? And we'll put that blackface picture up. Look at how dusty they look. This is just, they look, I laugh about it. I can't get it out of my mouth. They look so dusty when they do it. It don't look natural. It look like you went outside and got a bunch of dirt and put it on your face. Do you realize how ridiculous you're looking? Like, we as black folks need to get to the point that we're not even tripping on them with that. We need to start roasting the hell out of them when they do it. Like, don't be getting mad and like, oh my God, I can't believe they did it. Start calling them names. I mean, you look like like you got a bunch of mud on your face. You look dusty. You look dirty. You know, what's next? A bunch of lice crawling out your head? I mean, because that's about what you're looking like at that point. I mean, it's ridiculous how they looking. For real. I mean, like, they wake up in the morning thinking, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Like, just pure obsession with black folk. And then that idiot that's wants to think that's okay, he's worse than the person that did it. He know that's wrong. He know the history of that. But he want to see if he can get away with it because that was his intention, to disrespect the black children. This is why I advocate Afrocentric schools, because it keeps happening. Because it's the same thing. I apologize. Forgive me. We need diversity training. We need more people of color. You know, that word I cannot stand, people of color. Don't you call me no people of color. Don't you call me no minority. I am a black American, African American, pick one, but we are our own group. And I would tell my audience this: don't you let them call you no people of color, no minority. Forget that. Because if you allow yourself to be called that, you're going to be thrown in a group and you're going to be at the bottom of that group. No, when you're your own entity, you can't be at the bottom. So these people know exactly what they're doing, okay? Now, I say the incident unfolded last Thursday when a chapel speaker dressed as a Central African woman for a presentation. British missionary David Livingstone, who is working in the 19th century Africa, local station had reported. Photos from the presentation show the speaker wearing traditional African garb and headdress with her face and body covered in dark brown makeup. That David Livingstone was a colonizer, because as they stated, they brought in their Bibles and the Africans had their land. And when the Africans opened their eyes, they had the Bibles and the colonizers had the land, and they was put in chains. When they brought in their white Jesus, that idol that they follow. They use white Jesus to conquer the earth. And in some African nations right now, you got white Jesus statues, white Jesus on the wall. The most liberating thing black folks have to do is get rid of white Jesus. Because even in the scriptures teach you that Jesus is not that color or that look. Jesus have skin of bronze and hair like wool. Jesus got my color. You can't produce that what that picture say and say that's Jesus. Come on now. These people lied all over the world. You can't tell me you read the scriptures and you believe in white Jesus. And don't tell me, well, color shouldn't matter. Well, if color didn't matter, why did they change the image then if color didn't matter? It did matter, because they knew that if you knew that the Son of God looked like you would think different about a whole lot of things. That's why they gotta say, no, he looks like us, and you have to be subjugated underneath us. They knew what they were doing. They used white Jesus in their conquering. And unfortunately, a lot of our people fell for that because they choose not to read the scriptures for themselves. Now, they said they wanted a Central African woman. You mean to tell me you couldn't find a sister from Central Africa that lives here in the United States? I'm pretty sure you could have found one and paid her to come speak. But you didn't want to do that. You wanted to be cheap, and you wanted to put on dark brown makeup to look dusty like you were looking so stupid. God, they were looking so stupid. Now, they say the parents at the school didn't like it. They voiced frustration over it. They said it was very, very offensive. Now, they said it drew a lot of angry reactions on social media, and rightfully so. And a lot of people said it's 2019, what y'all doing? Now, they said a user who claimed to be a former Victory Christian student, they said, I know how much BS this school has gotten away with, especially when I went there. This isn't anything new. The school and its staff is a pathetic joke for Christianity and for setting good morals. So basically what this student is saying is that this school has been running on a lot of white supremacy. I'm surprised they finally getting caught on something. But once again, our children, I'm not forcing people who are that way or don't like black folks to change. I'm not trying to do that. That is not my job. And that is not your job. That is not your job to convince them racism is wrong. It's not your job to redeem them. If they want to be redeemed, let them go talk to God themselves. What I'm telling you is that you create your schools for your children so your children don't have to endure looking at what you saw on this picture. Your children shouldn't be enduring that. They can get a real black woman from Central Africa to come speak to them. Not a white person knowing the history of that, knowing how racist as hell that is and still going to do it anyway because they think they can get away with it. And they call themselves Christian school. But the reason why you could do that is because your God is white Jesus, an idol. And white Jesus is okay with you murdering people, being racist, etc. Because, you know, you really followed the Bible will never be okay with racism, white supremacy, and the things they have gotten away with. They're not even capable of following the Bible. Because they were capable of following the Bible, this society would not be the way it's at today. So it's on us to create schools. It's on us to find who's the smart brothers and sisters and start homeschooling. As I stated before, who are those mothers who have the ability to stay at home and they are smart and they can start bringing kids into their home, teaching 4 or 5 kids at a time through homeschool, building up a great curriculum, getting a building that all of us can chip in, because we have to go back to the way we always knew. It takes a village to raise a child. And if the village is together, the unification of us together, we won't have to endure that. Because this is the thing. At one point in time, we had to endure some things, but right now we have a choice to endure that or not. So this is, once again, a case for Afrocentric schools. It's just that simple. We got to have them, ladies and gentlemen. We got to have them. Our children don't deserve to be seeing things like this when they're trying to go to school to learn. Well, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story. I mean, these people just won't stop with the blackface every other day. They doing this. But like I said, to me, I'm getting to a point that I think it's funny. They look dusty, they look dirty. But if they want to look that way, that's on them, in my opinion, because, you know, emotional response at this point with me is just a waste of time.